Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and option a 2019 BMW 440i xDrive Convertible. Before we do, however, I just want to remind you that if you find this build and price review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. BMW's reputation for making world-class sports coupes and convertibles is hard-earned. The automaker practically invented this segment decades ago with the 2002 and then the two-door 3 Series. It has led the pack ever since. 5 years ago, BMW redesigned the two-door 3 Series, coupe and convertible, and rechristened it the 4 Series. Today's 2019 BMW 4 Series continues to deliver the performance, poise, and refinement of its predecessor. Okay, so let's jump into this build and price review. I had someone ask me if I would do a review of the BMW 4 Series convertible. I said yes, of course. So with that said, if you have a new car that you would like for me to do a build and price review on, and I haven't done it already, just leave a comment on any of the videos. I see them because I read my comments and I respond to my comments. All right, so look at this thing. This is obviously, we can see that this has 320 horsepower. All right, this car comes in two trims. It comes in a 430i and it comes in a 440i. The 440i has 320 horsepower. You can lower the top, it says, in 20 seconds, and it has a 0 to 60 time as quick when you have the 440 of 5.1 seconds, right? And you can get an optional xDrive, which will give you four-wheel drive. That's what BMW calls four-wheel drive. If you don't know, if you're part of the uninitiated, then that's what that means. So here's how this is going to work real quick. We're going to take a look at the highlights. We're going to check out the performance, design and package, models and specs. We're going to basically learn everything that BMW wants to tell us about the 4 Series convertible. And then we're going to do a build and price of a 440i xDrive convertible. Sleek lines, bold, bright LED taillights catch the eye at every angle. A dramatic flourish on the outer edge connects the light bars, creating a stylish, unified appearance. What do you think about the 4 Series? Doesn't look too bad. I kind of like the little chrome strip down here at the back right above the exhaust. Nice looking car, nice evolution. So yeah, the two-door versions of 3 Series are now called 4 Series, basically. They split it up. Coupe-inspired performance. The wide track and low center of gravity make the BMW 4 Series convertible surprisingly agile. Add the optional adaptive M Sport suspension, and you're looking at one of the sportiest open-top cars on the road. All right, cool. So take note. We can get an adaptive M suspension. Surely we can get an M Sport appearance package and all that. I'm sure we'll learn about it as we go along. All right, so here's the deal. Quick change. When the fully lined hard top is in place, integrated lighting and sound reduction give the interior a coupe-like feeling. When you want to feel a breeze or catch some sun, a fluid motion lowers the top in just 20 seconds. Even at speeds up to 11 miles an hour, you can lower the top. Or I would assume raise and lower the top. They are spending quite a bit of time talking about design, but, you know, part of having a convertible is about the design. I mean, really. I mean, all cars are about the design, but if a car is about design, it's certainly a convertible. So, design your lines. It says the BMW interpretation of classic convertible design makes an undeniable impact. Added gloss black or chrome highlights and aerodynamic enhancements are available for those who want a stronger impression. So, yeah. So, BMW does this thing called shadow line. And I don't know if you can see where my cursor is, how you can see like the little chrome strip right by the window. So you know how like around the windows you would normally have chrome and like down here there'd be chrome. BMW does a thing called shadow line. And if you do the shadow line, right, they're going to give you that gloss black. And well, maybe they don't call it shadow line on this one, but they give you that gloss black instead of chrome. All right, what's this? A smooth ride at any speed. The larger gear spread of the BMW 4 Series convertible, versatile 8-speed automatic transmission delivers a dual benefit, focusing performance at every level while boosting efficiency. So it's got bigger gears that are spread out to help it with performance and hopefully a little bit better fuel economy. Now, I am no stranger to BMWs. I have owned several BMWs, at least three, maybe more. And sometimes they can get their transmissions. Sometimes they hunt for gears. And so when I read that, the larger gear spread. When I read that, I think, is this thing going to be hunting for gears in certain situations? Yes or no? We'll find out, I guess, when you own one. All-around comfort. Keep the heat where you want. Available neck warmers, okay. Feature 3 settings and independently controlled air outputs, letting the driver and front passenger maintain their ideal comfort even in colder temperatures. Mercedes has something similar to that on their convertibles, and I think they call it like the neck scarf or something like that. See, stylish inside, a beautiful interior, power front seats, and Sensitech or choice of leather upholstery, ambient lighting, driver-oriented controls, including the dynamic digital instrument cluster. The 4 Series Convertible looks so good inside, you'll have the world's attention every time you drop the top. The BMWs are very attractive. They are attractive. I'll give BMW that. But after a while, when you start owning a lot of BMWs, you spend a lot of time with BMWs, the inside of these BMWs all begin to sort of kind of look the same. So it's a nice BMW. I do love their iDrive. I love the execution of the iDrive. I think it's the best. Looks like there's a little digital information cluster right in here. Seems like there's still analog gauges because I can see the needles and everything. So it's upscale, but they haven't turned it into a full LCD screen like, say, Audis do or something like that. Oh, they're going to give us a better shot of that BMW navigation. Here it is. Set the perfect course with BMW navigation, included as standard equipment. The intuitive interface includes a responsive touchscreen and natural language understanding for maps and infotainment. So you can easily find anything from routes to radio stations. Now here it is. Now here it is right here. Now I just got done saying that the BMW blah, blah, blah is kind of the same on the inside. What I do like about these BMWs, obviously I like the iDrive. I think the iDrive rocks. And I think their heads-up display is some of the best in the business. I think their heads-up display is awesome. And if you watch my channel, which you should be subscribed, then you know I love heads-up display. So get vital driving information and see what's coming with the optional heads-up display. Navigation, guidance, collision warnings, and your speed are projected directly on the windshield so you can look ahead while keeping your eyes on the road. And you can see your music's over here too. I mean, you don't have to take your eyes off the road. When I had a BMW, I had a 2015 BMW X1, and I got one of these 4 Series as a loaner. And it was a great car when I took that Beamer in for service. The 4 Series was a great car, and it had this feature that showed the radio, where you control your music right on the windshield, and that's really cool. Okay, wireless charging and Wi-Fi hotspot. An optional charging pocket in the central console provides inductive wireless charging for your compatible smartphone. Onboard hotspot lets your passengers connect with ease. 3 gigabytes of data included for free. I wasn't gonna say it, but I gotta say it. This whole Wi-Fi and car thing, I don't know. My cell phone has a hotspot. So if I have people in my car, I'm just gonna turn on that hotspot. I don't want to have to pay for this, and it's an inferior hotspot at that. It's a 3G. It's a 3G hotspot. So I don't really want to have to mess with that. Not to take away from it, but I might choose to use my phone instead of having this as a Wi-Fi hotspot. I do like the wireless charging though. Then they have park distance control. See and hear your surroundings with standard park distance control. An array of sensors measures distances between your BMW and nearby obstacles, while the standard rear view camera helps guide you into a perfect parking place. Then BMW, like everybody else, has their connected app, right? Arrive on time with digital services of BMW Connected. Ask Amazon Alexa for trip details and to ventilate your BMW. The BMW Connected app will load your destination from your calendar, sync with BMW navigation, and notify you when it's time to go. So every manufacturer has some kind of app where you can connect to your car, and it does a variety of different things. And these are some of the things that BMW do. Now, some of these other manufacturers, they say things like lock and unlock the car, remote start, da-da-da. BMW hasn't mentioned any of that, and I don't know if it does it or not, but it would be nice if it does, if the BMW Connected offered that. All right, performance. Here we go. So let's take a look. We're going to look at both. We're going to look at that 430i engine, right? BMW's mighty inline 4-cylinder twin-power turbo displaces just 2 liters. It's got 248 horsepower. Generates 258 pound-feet of torque at just 1,450 RPM. I mean, that is right off idle, buddy, right off idle. For potent thrust that kicks you right in the pants from start and continues all the way up to 4,800 RPMs. Here's the deal. I told you I had a 2015 BMW X1. That car basically had this engine in it. And it is pretty peppy. It is pretty peppy. But I don't want this engine. I don't want this engine. It's nice. I think it'll be nice for most folks. I, however, want the 440. It generates 320 horsepower. It makes 330 pound-feet of torque, and it makes its torque from even lower, from 1,380 RPM all the way up to 5,000 RPM. This thing is sporty spice. This advanced inline 6 is a powerful turbocharged engine. turbo lag has been virtually eliminated thanks to double Vanos steeply variable valve timing, direct fuel injection, and BMW's inspired use of the latest twin-power turbo technology. Now, this comes in the 440i Convertible and the xDrive Convertible. Okay, so now they want to tell us about an intelligent chassis with this 4 Series Convertible. Looks like they're going to talk about xDrive, then they've got to talk about this adaptive in suspension, and then their intelligent lightweight construction. So, what does this say? xDrive, BMW's intelligent all-wheel drive system. xDrive works in tandem with dynamic stability control to monitor road conditions. Once it senses that the wheels might be slipping, it smartly sends power to the wheel with the surest footing, the one that's actually getting traction, right? So you can improve traction and deliver neutral, responsive handling. All right, let's find out about this M suspension. They didn't even change the picture. All right, adaptive M suspension. Electronically controlled dampers adapt to your driving style and road conditions. By adapting to ever-changing conditions, it creates an ideal chassis and in turn provides you with a more comfortable and dynamic ride. And then lastly, they're talking about their intelligent lightweight construction. Lightweight construction is a major contribution to performance and handling. Yeah, the less weight, you got a power to weight ratio. If you can lighten up a car, all things being equal, it's going to perform better. Stop, go, turn, it's going to do all that better. The use of ultra-high strength, multi-phase steels and customized precision components increases torsional rigidity by 40%, while making the 4 Series Convertible up to 44 pounds lighter than before. Let's talk about design and packages. So you can get a sport package, a luxury package, or an M Sport package. Right here it says the sport package, show the world what your 4 Series can do. Black, high-gloss design elements on the bumpers catch the eye, while the sport body design sends a challenge to all comers. Now, if you notice, when we started the video, the first car they showed, all of this down here had chrome. And now, so that's what they do with the black gloss. I guess they still leave the chrome up here, around here, but it looks like I can see that they've changed it down here. All right, let's see what the luxury line looks like. Okay, let your BMW shine with this dress to impress design. High gloss chrome accents highlight the body from kidney grill bars to exhaust pipe finishers. Redesigned air intakes and chrome window surrounds complete the look. All right, so that's your luxury look. And then you have the M Sport. Right, every BMW shares racing DNA. With precision engineered dynamics, M-specific 18 or 19-inch wheels, the M Sport steering wheel, and Shadowline exterior trim. Yeah, see, there it is. Shadowline exterior trim. You see now, around the windows, it's not chrome anymore. Shadowline exterior trim. Your 4 Series will drive and look like the high-performance machine it is. Right, if you want to be like the sportiest Spice, then this would be the way to go with the M Sport kit. All right, featured packages and options. Make your 4 one of a kind. So there's a simplicity tier, which is what we're looking at. It started there. So pure athleticism. This original and viable 4 Series Convertible enjoys standard features like BMW navigation, Apple CarPlay compatibility, park distance control, LED headlights, and more. All right, that's the simplicity tier. Doesn't really say anything. And it comes standard with all the models. Right, the simplicity tier is standard on all the models, and it's not really saying anything. Then there's the convenience tier. All right, the convenience tier adds comfortable heated front seats with power lumbar support. Active blind spot detection provides additional peace of mind on every drive. Then there's the executive tier. Icon adaptive full LED headlights with automatic high beams illuminate the road, while side and top view cameras let you see a full 360. Parking assistant will guide you into the perfect spot as you sit comfortably in the leather Dakota seats. So the executive tier gives you leather seats. Okay, the executive tier gives you leather seats. Now, that's worth noting. Especially that's worth noting if you want the BMW 430i. The BMW 430i is a lesser model, and it comes with Sensitech. It doesn't come with leather. So if you got a 430i and you want a leather, then you need to get into the executive package, right? Apparently, we can see that. All right, driver assistance package. The active driving assistance feature suite includes lane departure warning, forward collision warning, pedestrian warning, city collision mitigation. Speed limit info is also included to keep you in the loop on the road. So that is the driving assistance package. Okay, so the 2019 BMW 4 Series is available as a coupe or convertible, all right, in 2 trims, 430i or 440i. Kind of explain it. The 430i has less horsepower. It's got that 258 horsepower engine, and it comes with Sensitech. It comes with leather. I'm sorry, it comes with fake leather standard. And it has a lesser stereo system as standard. All right. Now, The 430i is powered by a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. Let me get up here. All right, I'm not even on that. Let's get up here. So these are the 430s, right? We're not building a 430, but we're going to take a look at it because it might be relevant to you. All right, the 430 is powered by a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, makes 248 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. All right, while the 440, which is the one we're going to do build and price today, the 440 uses a turbocharged 3-liter 6-cylinder engine, makes 326 horsepower, 332 pound-feet of torque. Right, all 4 series models come with an 8-speed automatic transmission, rear-wheel drive through though a 6-speed manual is optional with the coupe, not the convertible. BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system is also an option. Right, the price range on these things vary from $52,950 all the way up to $62,000 as a starting point. Now, what do we want to do? We want to choose the BMW 440i xDrive Convertible. Why? Here's the deal. I think while the 440 6-cylinder power is intoxicating, I think for most people, though, honestly, the 430, I think honestly for most folks, if you're not power hungry, the 430 is going to work for you, right? It'll hit the sweet spot for most buyers. It's turbo 4-cylinder. It's strong. The turbo engine is strong in its own right. And the money you save can go toward desirable options, such as the convenience package, which gives you heated seats and a blind spot warning, or the driver assistance package, right? Now, the deal is we are going to build a 440i xDrive Convertible, right? xDrive Convertible. We're going to build this one, the top of the line, right? Why? Not so much because it has more power. I do like that. Though I do want plenty of power to go with it. The 440i gets leather as standard and a premium 16-speaker Harman Kardon surround sound audio system with satellite radio, upgraded steering wheel leather, which for me, and keyless entry and ignition, which for me, combined with the stronger engine, it's the obvious choice despite the price jump. And you know what? Here's the deal. In life, you should get what you want. And I want the 440i Convertible xDrive. So let's take a look at these standard features. I want to take a look at these standard features and full specs. We're going to take a look at that, and then we're going to get into the build-in price, okay? All right, so here we are. BMW 440i xDrive. We're going to look at these standard features. Now, the way this works is, if you've watched any of these, you're kind of familiar. Now, they've got categories: drive, appearance, technology, protection, and protection. They've got 4 categories, and under these categories, you've got these subcategories like performance and efficiency, handling, ride, and braking, so on and so forth. And so, under each of those, they're going to give us what the standard features are under each of these categories. So, let's begin with power, performance, and efficiency. Now, I should state that I may or may not read everything on every one of these modules. If you want to make sure that you catch everything, just simply pause the video for a hot second, which I'll wait for you, and then we'll move on. So, the performance and efficiency is about the engine, transmission, and aerodynamic features. I don't think we need to talk about the engine because we already talked about that. It's got what? It's got the dynamic driving control, this engine, or this car, with the Eco Pro, Comfort, Sport, and Sport setting, or Sport Plus settings. Almost every BMW has this, though. We got that 8-speed Sport automatic transmission, electronic throttle, auto stop-start function, and brake energy regeneration, and electronic control engine cooling. Under ride, handling, and braking, of course, we opted for the xDrive all-wheel drive system. It's got a high-performance, lightweight, 4-wheel ventilated disc brake system, 5-link rear suspension. It's got dynamic stability control, which includes brake fade compensation, start-off assistant, brake drying, and brake standby features with dynamic traction control. It's got an extra lightweight chassis, and it's got electric power steering. Here under appearance, on the exterior appearance, I should say, stock, it's got the style 397 wheels, which are 18x8 wheels all the way around. They're all-season tires. They're run-flat tires. They measure 225/45 all the way around, which means you'd be able to rotate the tires because they're not staggered. Got LED fog lights, LED headlights, power folding heated side mirrors, air curtains, and air breathers, and a gray band windshield, whatever that means. Non-metallic paint is standard. All right, interior seating and trim. See standard equipment. Dakota leather upholstery, right? 10-way power front seats, right? Anthracite headliner, and you get some floor mats with it. Okay, under technology, talking about the audio system, here's that sweet Harman Kardon surround sound audio with vehicle-specific equalizing and powerful 515-watt amplifier. Car's not very big. It's got 12 speakers, 515 watts. It's not very big in that cabin, so that stereo is going to crack. It's going to be very, very, very good. Under instrumentation and controls, We've got what? USB audio connection with hands-free Bluetooth, including audio streaming. There's BMW navigation system, and that's an 8.8-inch high-resolution screen. It's got 3D maps, 200-gigabyte hard drive with 20 gigabytes of that for storage for your music. Voice command system with natural language understanding, and over-the-air updates for map data up to 4 times annually, which means a year. It's got a tire pressure monitor system. It's got Apple CarPlay, but it's a 1-year trial. And I don't like how BMW is doing that. There are other brands out there that just give you the Apple CarPlay. All right? I don't like that. The rear view camera. It's got the rear view camera. And what else? There's advanced real-time traffic information. And this little screen here, iDrive system with onboard computer. This little 6.5-inch center screen is right in between your instrument clusters, between the speedometer and the tachometer. That little screen right in there, I think that's that 6.5-inch center screen that's going to give you all kinds of diagnostics and information and stuff like that. Here we got some luxury features. Okay, got a locking glove box, engine stop-start button. We got comfort access keyless entry with multifunction remote control. All right, convenience trunk loading and unloading function. There's some BMW ambient lighting, front and rear. You got electronic interior trunk release, park distance control, front seat center armrest. You get a wind deflector, universal garage door opener, and 4 12-volt power sockets, to name just a few of these features. Under safety and security, what do we got? We've got that latch system for child safety seats. We've got adaptive brake lights. We've got a rollover protection system. Convertibles need to have that. You got programmable LED daytime running lights. You got an anti-theft alarm system. You have seat-mounted front side impact airbags. A lot of stuff, right? All right, lastly, let's take a look at this warranty real fast. BMW Ultimate Care, we won't get into that. You get a 12-year unlimited mileage rust perforation warranty. You get a 4-year 50,000-mile new vehicle limited warranty for passenger cars. And you get a 4-year unlimited mileage roadside assistance program. Now, if I come back up here to the top, there's one extra thing to actually click. I want to check out these specifications. So let's look at the specs. The specs are going to be a lot shorter than the features. Let's check out the specs, and then we'll do a build and price. All right, here's some engine and transmission specs. I don't think we really need to go over our engine specs anymore because we know it makes 322 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. And we know that it has an 8-speed sport automatic transmission with automatic sport and manual shift modes. We don't need to go into the gear ratios, and I'm sure you probably don't care about the compression ratio, although it's 11-to-1. And yeah, let's move on. Here's some performance, fuel consumption, and wheel and tire specs. On the performance, we know it does 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds, and it's got a governor-limited speed of 130 miles an hour. I think it has a bracket of 149. When you get like an M Sport package or something, it'll move it up to like 149. Your fuel consumption. Combined fuel mileage is 23 miles to the gallon. Right? You get 20 miles to a gallon in the city, 29 miles to a gallon on the highway, which equates out to a combined fuel economy of 23 miles per gallon. It's got a fuel tank capacity of almost 16 gallons, 15.8. It gets run flat all-season tires as standard, 18x8 wheels all the way around, fitted with 225/45 tires, front and rear. So you can what? You can rotate those tires because they're not staggered. And lastly, let's look at some exterior dimensions. All right, the vehicle is 187.2 inches long. It's 71.9 inches wide, and it's 55.1 inches tall. It's got a curb weight with automatic transmission of 4,328 pounds. Interior headroom is 40.4 inches. The legroom in the front is 42.2. The legroom in the back is cramped. It's 33.1. Shoulder room up front is 55.3. That's actually bigger than the BMW X1 I used to have, which is a little SUV. This car has more shoulder room in it than an SUV. Funny. All right, and the rear shoulder room is 49.8. It's going to be real cramped back there. Okay, here we are at the BMW configurator, car configurator for our 4 Series Convertible. Starts at $52,950. That's our starting MSRP, but we're about to go up real fast. Okay, so we're going to go right to the top. $62,000 to go all in for that 440i xDrive all-wheel drive, 0 to 65.1 seconds. And she's got an MSRP of $62,000. All right? So we like it. Let's build it. All right, first things first, they want to know how we want to set this bad boy up. You want the sport line, you want the luxury design, or you want the M Sport design? I think I want the M Sport. Maximize your vehicle's athletic pedigree with aggressive features inspired by BMW M cars. This bold look projects a muscular aesthetic that feels at home on any road. All right, so we've added the M Sport package, and it shot us over here. It's asking us, do we want to add a tier or no? Do I want the executive tier? Now, which includes these 4 things. Now, because we have the 440i, now you remember when we were reading on the overview, it said the executive trim came with Dakota leather. But maybe that only comes with Dakota leather in the 430i, because over here on the 440i that comes standard with Dakota leather is not included in there. So basically it's like, hey, do you want the adaptive full LED headlights, side and top view cameras? I mean, it's not really bumping the price up that much. It's not bumping the price up that much, $1,300. So yeah, let's go ahead and take that, if for no other reason than to have the adaptive full LED headlights and the side and top view camera. But all of that's worth it, all of it, really. So let's grab the executive tier. All right, let's talk colors. Let's talk colors. So Alpine White's your standard color. That's what they mean by, oh, we can put the top up too. Nice. All right, so Alpine White's your standard color. I've had a vehicle in Alpine White. I don't want that this time. How about Black Sapphire? I've had a Beamer in Black Sapphire. Melbourne Red? I haven't, but that's nice. Let's see. Glacier Silver. Mineral Gray. I like the Mineral Gray. Esteril Blue. And then what's this one? Snapper Rocks Blue. All right. You know what? Let's do the Mineral Gray Metallic. I like the Mineral Gray Metallic. It's a $550 option. Okay, let's move on. Okay, over here, they're going to break down some wheel options for us. The wheel that it's got us with right now is an 18-inch M-Star spoke wheel, style 400M, with all-season run-flat tires. Now, I want some 19s, though. Now, what does this one look like? This one, if I mouse over, it says 19-inch M double-spoke ferret gray. I like ferret gray wheels. What's this one? This one's Orbit Gray. So let's see what Orbit Gray looks like. That's what Orbit Gray looks like. Let's see what Ferret Gray looks like. Now go back to Orbit. They kind of look the same to me. They kind of look the same to me. Although I think I'm kind of digging this Orbit Gray. It's a $900 option. Orbit Gray, 19-inch M double-spoke Orbit Gray wheels, style 704M with performance run-flat tires. Right? For $900. You will never get You'll never get a set of wheels any cheaper. Now's the time to get them. So we're going to get those with that for $900. All right, moving on to leather. Moving on to leather. Hang on one second. I had to double check what color I got. All right, so we have the gray. We have the mineral gray. So what interior do we want with that? So the red could look pretty hot. That could look really hot. The red, let me scroll down so we can actually see the full name. Coral red Dakota leather with black highlight. And then this is your black Dakota leather with blue stitching. And then there's your all black, and that's kind of boring. Then you got this night blue, like this navy blue. I don't know. I kind of want the blue, but I don't feel that it would look good. It actually will look really, really good. And is it an upgrade price? No, it's not. What about this red? And it's not either. It's not either. But you know what? The blue's kind of close to black. I think I want to do the mineral gray with the coral red leather. That's just going to be a nice combination. All right, so that's what we're going to go with. And then we need to figure out what veneers. They call it trim. What kind of veneer do we want? It comes standard with the fine line anthracite wood trim. You can see it right up here. I've always liked the burl walnut. I've always been a fan of burl walnut. I think it's a good look. And then there's the ash grain wood trim, which is ugly to me, straight ugly. This is ugly, the aluminum dark carbon. That look, oh, aluminum hexagon trim with estrel blue matte highlight. Now, I like how that made that color, but we're still not going to do that. We're still not doing that. And then we have this aluminum hexagon trim with black high gloss highlight. Well, you know what? The reality is I still like the burl walnut wood trim. Now, it looks like it changed our interior color, so we better go back to red real fast. Yeah, it did change our interior color. So let's go back here and hit that red. So we got the red. I want to double check and make sure it didn't move off the burl walnut, and it didn't. So we still have our burl walnut, and now we have our red leather. Got it. Now we can move forward. Well, on this car, there's only one package to get. The driver assistance package is $500, and you either want it or you don't. It says, experience increased peace of mind behind the wheel with an attractive bundle of features that significantly enhance driver, passenger, and vehicle safety. Maximize safety with lane departure warning, pedestrian and frontal collision warning with city collision mitigation. All provide varying degrees of automated braking assistance based on speed conditions. Finally, speed limit info shows posted speed limits on the instrument cluster display. All right, so do we want that for $500? We're this far in, so I'm going to say yes. And why not? Because I actually do like that speed limit info thing. It's kind of cool. It is kind of cool. And why not have a little bit more tech? I mean, part of the excitement of having these brand new cars is all the tech they bring to the party. So why skip out on it? Okay, last but not least, we have options. What options do we want? What options do we want? They've got accessories, options. We're going to probably skip over the accessories. What is the BMW M Performance Drive Analyzer? We'll come back to look at that, though. As I say, we're going to skip over. All right, so here are our options. I know I want that heads-up display. It's over $1,000, but I don't care. Merino leather dashboard. You can get a dashboard in leather, but it doesn't give us the price. Dynamic digital instrument cluster. Now, what's that all about? Dynamic digital instrument cluster. With this advanced execution of the signature BMW design, the dynamic digital instrument cluster delivers content, presentation, and screen colors that vary according to the mode. All right, that sounds kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's grab the wireless charging. I know I want that as well. We already have the heads-up display. We already have the heated front seats. Do I want this neck warmer? 2 air vents located below the front seat headrest blow warm air onto the front passengers' necks. The airflow can be adjusted to 3 different settings. You know, the thing is that you got to get it now from the factory. They can't retrofit that into the car. And for $500, I'm just going to say give me it because I can't get it after the fact. You can't retroactively fit that. And it's only $500. I used to not care about heated steering wheels, but after this winter, I care about heated steering wheels. I want a heated steering wheel. So as you can see, we basically grabbed all the options except for the merino leather dashboard, which honestly, it's kind of attractive, but I wish there was a price on it. All right, now let's take a look at the performance options, though. So you've got M Sport brakes. The M Sport brakes, large disc and high-performance brake pads provide excellent fade resistance and more stopping power. The M logo is displayed. I like that. It's $650. I want it. The adaptive M suspension extracts even more driving dynamic potential. The dynamic damper control and air cushioning on the rear axle are tuned to deliver exceptionally sporty driving characteristics. $700. I'm in. Ooh, wait a minute. Your selection requires some changes, right? In order to make the selection, you'll remove the standard suspension. Okay. Got it. Black kidney grills, I can skip over that. Carbon fiber mirror caps, I like that. Stainless steel pedals, I like that too. Here we have some safety option. What's this active cruise control? You know what? I don't even mess with cruise control. I'm going to save that $1,200. I'm going to save that $1,200. We're going to look down here in these, what is this, accessories. And the only thing I'm really interested in, is what is this BMW M Performance? Derived from the world of motorsports, the BMW M Performance Drive Analyzer, an onboard diagnostic OBD stick, which is plugged into the vehicle, provides key driving dynamic data. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not really that worried about that. I think we have everything we do. We have everything we want. We have a 2019 BMW 440i xDrive Convertible with the executive tier, loaded with options. We didn't leave much. You know what? Let's throw these black kidney grills on there too, because I think that's going to look great on the merino gray, on the gray interior, or the gray exterior. Which, what color is that? They call it mineral gray. It's mineral gray. All right, it's mineral gray. Okay, so here we are at the end. We've made it to the summary. We can see it's 2019. The car is $73,630. It did not start there. It started at about what? Started at $62,000. So we put quite a bit of we put a bunch of money into it, but we have one heck of a BMW. 0 to 65.1 seconds. Fuel economy 29 miles to the gallon. Here's our highlights: color, wheels, upholstery, trim, everything. So we got the what? We did the mineral gray metallic with the 19-inch wheels in Orbit Gray over the coral red Dakota with the burl walnut trim. And here's the breakdown on all the rest of that stuff. So I have already, let's come back up here real fast before I wrap this video up. Right here, I've already printed off this build summary, and I've already put a link in the description below. So, if you like the way I have built and priced this 2019 BMW 440i xDrive Convertible, you can download the build summary below. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I think I'm done. We've made it to the end. And if you've made it to the end, you're awesome. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. I'm going to keep turning